Today in Hanoi, Monday, May the 11th, 2026. Now, take a look at the later satellite imagery. Yesterday, we briefly talked about the tropical low pressure system across the southern hemisphere. Today, however, we are focusing on the powerful stratospheric polar vortex stretching across much of the Siberia in the Russia and also over the Sea of Japan, as mentioned in the yesterday report. This vortex is extremely strong. Wind speed in the upper atmosphere have reportedly reached near the 150 miles per hour. Right now, the system is pulling moisture and the low pressure activity from the Indian Ocean northward. In particular, low pressure area over the Bay of Bengal and the Gulf of Thailand are being drawn towards the north and northeast under the influence of this upper level circulation. And this is exactly why large cloud bands carrying rain moisture are now moving northwards from the Indian Ocean. Now, looking at the radar imagery, a weak tropical low pressure system is currently forming over the Gulf of Thailand. This system is gradually moving north-northeastward. Meanwhile, over the Sea of Japan, the stratospheric polar vortex has remained active for quite some time. Its contribution is the atmospheric instability and helping trigger light rain across the northern mountain province of Vietnam. At this hour, weather conditions across Vietnam remain mostly cloudy. More specifically, across the northern mountain region from the Điện Biên to Lạng Sơn, light showers are expected tonight and early morning. Rainfall amount will remain relatively low, with the cool condition continue across the Red River Delta and the most central province. Sky will stay partly cloudy, with cooler weather overall. And from the Lâm Đồng, Đồng Nai, Tây Ninh down to Kiên Giang, conditions remains mostly dry, with plenty of sunshine. Detailed temperature: North Vietnam, overnight and early morning temperature around 22 degrees Celsius. Daytime temperature between 23 and 26 degrees. By midday and the early afternoon, some area may approach 30 degrees Celsius. Overall, light rain is possible overnight and during the early morning hour. Northwesterly wind continue with the generally cool condition. Mountain provinces including Điện Biên, Lai Châu, and Sơn La may experience isolated shower and thunderstorm late tonight into the early morning. Central Vietnam from the Thanh Hóa to Huế, morning temperature from the 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, afternoon high reaching 28 to 33 degrees. Mostly cloudy sky, little to no rain, and relatively comfortable conditions overall. However, from the Hà Tĩnh shower to Huế, sky may clear during afternoon, allowing for the stronger sunshine and hotter condition. The Central Highland daytime temperature around 27 degrees Celsius, night temperature dropping to about 22 degrees. Mostly cloudy, dry, and cool. Southern Vietnam, temperature ranging from the 26 to 33 degrees Celsius. Some locations may be briefly climber to the 35 degrees during the hottest part of the afternoon. Rain is possible overnight and early in the morning. During the day, skies will remain part cloudy with limited rainfall, but by the later afternoon and evening, scattered shower and thunderstorm may develop on one again. Coastal province from the Bến Tre to Bạc Liêu continues to experience rosy condition. Maritime forecast. Hoàng Sa Island belong to Vietnam. Mostly clear the sky, no rain around 27 degrees Celsius with rosy. Trường Sa Island belong to Vietnam, partly cloudy with isolated shower and thunderstorm. During the thunderstorm, strong gusty wind is possible. Temperature near the 31 degrees Celsius with the rosy continue. Phú Quốc and Kiên Giang coastal water in Vietnam, shower and thunderstorm remain possible with a strong wave activity. Temperature between the 27 and 32 degrees Celsius. And now, an update distance from the activity. Tropical storm Hariputi, the season first named storm, has now weakened into the low pressure area. The weakening appears linked to the strong pull from the stratospheric polar vortex over the Sea of Japan. At this time, no direct impact on Vietnam weather have been observed. However, we will continue monitoring the system closely and provide daily update. Outlook on the next 2 workdays. Moisture airflow from the Indian Ocean will continue pushing northward into the Asia continent. This follows also helping scattered cool air masses drift deeper into inland China. For Vietnam, overall impact remains limited. Still, light shower may continue across large parts of the North Vietnam. Offshore conditions in the Gulf of Thailand remain loose, and the strong winds continue around the border of Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa archipelagos. Saltwater intrusion in the tidal pressure across the Mekong Delta along the Vàm Cỏ Tây River in the Long An province. Saltwater level remained elevated due to slow change in the upstream Mekong River flow. However, from the mid-May onward, seasonal thunderstorms are expected to gradually ease saltwater intrusion week by week. Along the Tiền River in the Tiền Giang province, saltwater boundary remained high. Eastern district and river inlets continue facing significant saline intrusion. Major food-gate systems are being operated carefully, following detailed cycle to prevent saltwater from entering freshwater agriculture zone. At this point, urban flooding rates remain relatively low, including in mid-core cities. The primary concern continues to the freshwater contamination from the sanitary intrusion. Current recommendation for the residents: measure sanitary level before the irrigation. Store fresh water whenever possible for the pot diary. Use any agriculture. Thank you for watching. If you found this podcast helpful, please like and subscribe for the more daily weather update.